Let's max it out. Oh, and we hit it. Hey guys, welcome back to Trail Tested, and we got a very special one here today because we are back with the VMAX, but this is the VMAX hub drive motor right here. This is a 48 volt system that peaks out to 1900 watts. This has got the V-torque motor back there that they call it the R10. Inside that compartment, we got an 18.2 amp hour battery, so 874 watt hours. But this is paired up with a 35 amp V-core boost controller, which they're claiming speeds up to 33 miles an hour and a possible 56 mile range. We'll put a good test to all that today. And the VX2 hub here can carry up to 287 pounds. So if you got some cargo, no problem there. They're claiming you can climb up to a 35% grade hill. Yeah, we are fully UL 2272 certified, of course. Now let's get right into it, shall we? First things first, if this thing looks familiar, kind of familiar, well, pow, right there, we got its little brother, the VX2 Pro right there. That thing was the ultimate commuter and still is the ultimate lightweight commuter on this channel. But this guy right here, this might be a little different animal. Now, the first thing I noticed right away, we got some front shocks on there compared to the VX2 Pro there. And we also have rear suspension with that. And let's see what's going to be stopping us today. Oh yeah, look at that little nut brake right there. So we're on mechanical disc brakes now, and we have some regen going on as well. And there's something special in there I'm going to show you later on when we're on the trail. But the VMAX is only coming in at about 57 pounds. So mechanical brakes should get us stopped very well. But on the front, we still are on that drum brake, which did actually pretty good on that little guy right there. We'll see how that pairs up with this new electronic system. And let's check out the grippers, shall we? All right, we are on the 10 by 2.7s, and they are the Chow Yang Yangs. Good to go right there. Yeah, scroll up, check out that front shock a little. Just a little guy, but it looks pretty strong right there. And we do got that front fender. I like the design, very strong plastic. Swooping in for a little quality control, checking out those welds. They are good, just like the other VMAX. Very nice, no slag or whatsoever poking me, jumping around there. Yeah, it's got pretty much the same rubber deck on it. And as I swoop back though, whoa, you check out the kick plate on it. And on the kick plate right here, that is where we charge it at. Very unique little spot right there. I like it. God, I really like the design of that kick plate though. I'll talk more about that. And then the swing arm coming all the way down. Very unique design. But now let's fold it up. We got a new mechanism on here and it's pretty slick too. See if I can get it with one hand here. Yeah, no problem. Fold that stem all the way up just like that. Same latching system. I like it very much. It's got a nice little tight grab to it. Nice click. But check out this guy down here. Very nice. We got this little button right here. And once we're in like that, we're good to go. And if you want to cock it for some folding, pow, there you are. Good to go. Just remember to put it back before you ride. All right, now that we are standing this scooter upright, oh man, check that thing out. You know, it's not all flashy. It doesn't have all the lights and gimmicks on it. It's just straight up one color, which is good for some things, like staying under the radar. You know, this thing, parking this next to like a V-set or something, you're not going to get looked at too much, and that might be a good thing. But when I sit here and look at it, I see like a sports car. I see like a Dodge Viper, actually, with that duckbill on the back. If you guys remember the old 96 Vipers GTS, very slick. Swooping to the back, looks like we have a little taillight action coming through. Pretty smooth fender right there. Back with the kick plate, up the deck, up the stem, and we are rolling. Wire management, looking clean. And pow, we are at the handlebars. All right, not a lot of huge changes, but the small changes are pretty sweet. Let's check it out. We're back with the really nice grips. I like them. We got the blinkers on the side, easy to see. We got the thumb throttle, pop, pop. It's got that really nice rubber on there too. On button lights, swing on over, pow, and here's the display. Yeah, there is a little bit of a difference in the display now. Might not look like it, but first, it comes with this rubber guard right here. Very nice and slick, keeps you nice and clean. And second, this thing is That is a glass display. We'll fire that up in a sec. Keep scrolling over. All right, we're at the control units right here. We got some nice clickers. Let's check them out. Good reach. Ooh, I like the click. Nice and firm. And the blinker status. Nice. This is a good click right here. I like it right there. Even fun to play with. So yeah, just a really quick look for you. Here's this one. A lot more simpler. relaxed, and pow. Maybe this one might have a little beast mode 2 action. So let's fire it up, shall we? Come on over here, click and hold that power button. And pow, you hear the beep. Hey, VMAX. And woo, check out that display. That is clear. It is about as bright as out. Pretty bright morning right here. We're in the direct sunlight with a little bit of haze. Nonetheless, very nice with my naked eye. All right, you got your eco mode, and then you got your sport mode. We'll be rolling in sport most of the day right there. And looks like you got yourself some odometer and your watt put out. And the battery bar with percentage and voltmeter. That's how it should come right there. All right, let's put it on a little blinker action. Pow. Ooh, it's got a nice beep. You're not going to forget to turn that off. Very sweet. Let's throw on a little headlight action, shall we? Pow. Dims the screen a little bit because it knows it's nighttime. And oh yeah, there it is. About the same headlight as that other one, I think it is. And scoping in to check out those little side blinkers, the little crab eyes there. Freaking sweet. Yeah, these are strong too. I'm pushing and pulling. I don't think those are going to snap off during transport. And they are very bright. That is for sure. All right, sport mode, no load run. Oh yeah, kicking up a little bit there. 15 miles an hour. Nice. All right, now let's kick it into beast mode. Hit this button 5 times. And you hear that beep. Nothing changes on the display, but I believe we activated the beast. Here, oh yeah, 38.4 miles an hour. Oh yeah, now we're cooking. We'll see how that translates to the roads and hills out there. And guys, unlike the Segways and the 9bots and 90% of the other scooters that you get out there that go over 30 miles an hour, you do not need an app to unlock this scooter. You can throw this into beast mode and get all that power right out of the box. But that being said, VMAX does have an app, and check it out. It's got a bunch of stuff in it too. And with this app, you can turn on your lights, power modes, kickstart. It's got all your battery data in there and all that. And check it out, we even got a little map that GPS verifies you as well. Just wanted to show you that cool feature. If you do want to hook this up to the app, they can. And just like the VX2 Extreme, that's appable too. All right, and when you're ready to charge this unit up, come on over here. Let's see what they give us. Pow, the 4.5 amp hour. That's a good fast charger right there for sure. That should charge this scooter up in about 4.5 hours. All right, before we hit the trail, let's load up some air. These things are going to need it. So check it out, VMAX has got you covered. Got yourself a little portable air pump, but let's see if it even works. They recommend 36 pounds in here. I'm gonna go like 32. I like it a little soft. Pop it on up, 32, and hit it. Let's see. And she's off. And done. Not bad at all. I highly recommend one of these for the trail. I put it in my backpacks all the time. All right, full disclosure, guys. Normally when I get a scooter or a bike to test, I unbox it, put it together, and then I drive it up my hill, and then I take it back down, and then I take it out for my review. And while I was doing my little test rides, I noticed that there was just a little bit of a wobble in the tire back here. And what we did is I contacted Paul Somerville. He's one of VMAX Top's guys, and he knows scooters better than anybody. And he suggested that I just put a 5-gram little weight back there right next to the valve stem cap on both sides. And that solved my little wobble issue. It wasn't nothing major, but I wanted to clean it up and get this thing rolling smooth as I possibly could. All right, guys, I'm way too excited. Let's get this R10 V-Torque motor out on the trail and let's get it sent. Let's go. All right, guys, coming in hot. Whoa, look at those brakes go. All right, those are an improvement. We're just gonna hit the trail here. I'm 5'9". I just want to give you a look on how I look right next to the VMAX here. Checking it out, handlebars lengths right there. All right, guys, let's hit the trail. Let's go. All right, guys, we are all saddled up. I got the app open here. We're at pretty much a full battery there. Pop the light on right there, shall we? Very nice. All right, let's give it a little kickoff and let's hit it. All right, let's just get right into the throttle. We are in eco mode, #1 right there. Cruising on up the trail nicely. Little friendly go-by right there. Looks like that's putting us at 15.6, going uphill, no problem. Let's bump it up another speed, shall we? All right, pop that from eco to sport and put it down. Nice little easy kick of power. And we're still at 15.5 there. Let's see how that sport feels from a dead stop there. And 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, okay, sport mode's got the juice still. We're gonna lean forward on that one. 3, 2, 1, go. Front end still comes up. Use a little caution. 15.5. So if you wanna get max range out of this thing, put this in sport mode, 2 right there. Pop that throttle on, put the cruise on, and there you go, just like that. You're gonna be getting probably that 50 miles. Now, we're gonna be putting a good range test to this today. I'm gonna keep track of all the range data, and I will share that with you at the end of the video, so stay tuned. All right, let's spring down a little bit. Let's bump this button right here 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, did you hear that? That's the sound of the beast. Nothing changes on the display here, but you are in beast mode. So now let's put that back down to eco mode, beast mode. All right, ease on the throttle. Whoa, there we go. And it's kicking. Lots of power, actually, lots of power. We're gonna slow up a little bit right there, 22, just like that. All right, let's give that beast mode eco to the test. We're already just gonna test uphill here because this little 500 watt motor can peak out right now at over 1400 watts and 26 easily uphill. Very nice. Let's see if we can even pull back on that a little. Oh yeah, we can still hang some wheelies. Oh. All right, let's finish climbing this hill quick. Eco mode, pulling all the way up. So yeah, eco mode, beast mode right there, pretty good. It's still got some power. You can get into the throttle. It's a nice easy carry right there. Gosh, that tire is loud. It's a screecher. I don't even know if we need to go for a brake test, but we will momentarily. I just want to get this into beast mode. Full power now. Let's kick it off here. Let's put that in sport 2. All right, let's go ahead and lean all the way forward. We're not taking any chances this time. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, yeah. And 20 miles an hour just like that. And 30 miles an hour, 33, 34, 35, 36.6, 37 on the dash, 37.5, slightly going downhill. Get on those brakes. Oh, these brakes are a huge improvement over the last model. Very nice, easy stopping. That top speed was absolutely blazing. It's crazy going that fast with this short little handlebar like this. That's a wild experience. Very, very, very stable, might I add. Oh man, check out this beast mode. Oh, this front end will come right up. Woo! All right, let's check the drift mode, see how it does. Oh yeah, you can put this wherever you want with that foot back there and that brake on. Check it out, the little skiddy. It's almost like you're on hockey skates chomping through the concrete. Woo! And you can smell the rubber burning. Nice improvement on the brakes, guys. That front drum brake, we'll put a little more test to that. All right, total domination of speed. This thing is so impressive. Let's go for a little agility test here quick, shall we? Let's pretend those lines are cones right there and we're at 28 miles an hour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Woo! And one of my favorite things about single motors over dual motors is that front end. It's just so light. You can pick it up, it springs nice, and it makes just going for over curbs or bumps that much easier and funner. All right, out of the trail and onto the road. Let's go ahead and open this thing up wide open. Let's see how it does for a little while. We're gonna be going up a pretty steep hill here. I wanna see how it does for that top speed, if it holds it or not. Oh yeah, we're just cruising at 35 miles an hour, no problem. Looks like we're putting out almost 1,800 watts there almost, as seen peaking. Yeah, very solid, no problem holding 35 miles an hour. All right. And now, unfortunately, I don't think there's going to be any legit paved hills around here that are steep enough to where I can challenge this scooter. But I can assure you, there is a gentleman by Paul Somerville, and he has been testing scooters longer than probably anybody. He's got more handlebar time than probably anybody as well. And he is based out of San Francisco, and he takes it up the steepest hill in San Francisco. And he doesn't just do it by himself, he does it while carrying up another scooter as well. So if you want to see this thing really getting tested on some hills, I'll put a link to that video down in the description. All right, now we are cruising on a sidewalk that's probably about 30 years old. It is very rough, and the cracks even got grass in them. The suspension on this absorbs it very nicely. I would highly recommend this as a daily commuter for sure. Now, a huge benefit of having a scooter with a little extra power, hit it, and you are across the street like that and doing 30 miles an hour. Slow down. All right, one of the biggest benefits of riding a scooter, especially one like this with these little bars that are commuter style, is you can take it, pull it by the stem, and walk right into the store. And there you have it, friendly service, you're in. Grab some Carhartt, some boots, some 9mm, whatever you need. And click on the little headlight button there. Let's check her out indoors. Very nice. I pick up the milk and eggs, and just like that, stand back on it, and you are off. No wasting time. All right, wheelie down this and back up, and let's pop over right up here and see what we can get ourselves into this little BMX track here. Let's do a little sending, shall we? All right, drop in, here we go. First things first, we got to hit the jump. Here we go, up. Oh yeah, sending it. All right, let's hit these turns here. We got a nice little single track, little super dry. Oh, they got a new jump. Oh, nice. All right, coming through, busting through there. Whoa, watch out for the hole right there. Coming through and swooping back up and coming around, and that's a run. All right, let's drop in for a little full send run here, shall we? Woo, fast as we can, up and over the jump. Nice. Cruise around there. We're just gonna keep that finger on that back brake right there. Oh, it works good too. That electronic brake, I can feel kick in pretty quick there. And nice little jump. Oh yeah, soak it in there. Little manual test is like the old VMAX days. Up and around that big hole. And back, and we are there. Time. Woo. Solid. Super fun off-road. Now guys, this type of off-roading is not what the VMAX is intended for. I'm just doing this to showcase what's going to shake, shimmy, or come loose on these scooters, or what's going to break. I really want to put a good suspension test and a good test to all those welding points as well. All right, ripping through there, hit off here, and back onto the trail and onto the road where this thing belongs. But check it out real quick. It is nice and dirty. That's how I like to have them look. We are 9 miles in. Let's go for another little top speed test. We're at 75% battery right there. Let's go for a little tuck action, see how it feels down here. Oh yeah, it feels like I'm in a little submarine down here. No problem, 36.7 on the dash there. All right, on the brakes. It's got the speed. All right, we are now in downtown Prior Lake. We'll see how this does with a little tight city commuting up here, shall we? Watch out for the motorcycle. All right, we are still in beast mode. Let's see how these controllers do as I barely tap on this throttle to keep us maintained at a slow speed. Yeah, easily. Very manageable throttle right there. No problem whatsoever cruising through. Always ride with your hands on. 90% of scooter accidents usually are caused by people taking their hands off, so be careful there. Yeah, looking right down here, checking out the display. It is bright. It's looking like I'm looking at my cell phone with the brightness fully turned up. No issues seeing that whatsoever. All right, let's hit this downhill. Let's try out this front drum brake and see how. So now when you use the drum brake, it appears that it even throws a little bit of power assist to the rear wheel back there, which is very safe, very awesome on their part. I like that. All right, the leaves are falling down here. It is fall time coming up soon. Little spooky time for some Halloween action. All right, we got a little bridge send. Whoa, front suspension doing its work. Let's max it out. Whoa, and we hit it. Oh, yes. Yeah, this V-Core has some serious power and it can hold it too. The throttle though, when you get in it, there is a slight delay when you let off of it. So there's still a little bit of power on for about a quarter second there. All right guys, hill climb time. This is about the steepest, biggest one I have around. It does peak out to about 20% grade, but nonetheless, let's lean forward because I think we're gonna need it because the back end just wants to pick up over those steep hills and then we can get back a little. There we go, 26 miles an hour. Up, still 26, up 25 at the steepest part right there. Let's keep the power on, shall we? Let's not stay off of it. Let's try out these tires. Let's really give these little pneumatic looking tires a good run for their money here. 32, 34, oh yes, wow, we're cruising. 35, 36, and we are on the brakes. Woo. That is a slingshot of a scooter. Gosh, the more I ride this, the more I get used to it, the more I'm really liking it. I like a tad bit of sketchiness in my life. That's just how it is with me. I'm a little bit of adrenaline junkie, and these smaller bars with this much power, it's so much fun. Full pull watch is 20 miles an hour, 22, 30. Yes, 33 miles an hour. All right, I don't have any super steep embankments to really test this controllers and motor out, but we got some off-road straight uphill stuff to tackle here, putting all the work. Ooh, it's climbing it. Oh, yes. Only dual motor scooters can do this. Wow. You know, this is some mulch now. I took this little brother of the VX2 here up this, and it struggled. This thing is powering through this wood chips right here. Look at that, 15 miles, 20 miles an hour. Wow, full speed, 24 miles an hour, and it's getting super deep now. Oh, let's wrestle down this hill here. Hit the back brake a little. Nah. God, these tires and suspension, just money. Oh, I really can't believe this is picking up speed through this. Wow, I'm leaning back 20 miles an hour out of the mulch pile and back onto the road. Check. Nothing squeaky, nothing squealing. Very nice. And that little run put us down to 54%. All right, let's jump to the control panel right here. Let's pop on the left blinker. Oh yeah. I like that. I like it's a nice mechanical click too. You can hear the beep and you can see the light. No leaving that on. All right, we are at 30%, 36% battery. Let's get on that throttle, see what that speed could take us up. So still way past half, 36% battery, pulling 32, 33% full brake test. Full breakage. Check out that skiddy. That is the longest skiddy I have ever seen right there. The new brake improvements are a check, check, check. And there you guys have it. Absolutely epic ride today on the new VX hub motor back there. That motor, that V-Core motor is top quality. That is for sure. For going a little bit of off-road, on-road, whatever you need to do, the suspension is great on this. And check it out. We absolutely got this thing filthy. We went through some dirt, mud, sand, everything pretty much to put it through its paces today. Yeah, we'll scroll up to the top of the bars for some range action. Looking like we got 20 miles on the dot right there, and we're sitting at 56.8 volts. Not bad at all for how much power I was putting out. It's about 1900 watts at that rear motor right there. I am very satisfied with the overall quality of this entire arrangement here. The glass new panel, it is very bright. It looks like a cell phone looking at it. Instrument wise, everything is laid out perfectly. I like it. The stem is holding up really well. There is no flex at all, and everything is still nice and tight. Now, despite having a front drum brake, the braking performance is absolutely awesome. I was a little skeptical at first, but no, braking is on point for sure. So yeah, guys, there you have it. This is the new VX2 hub motor right back here, 2025. Absolutely dominated today's review. If you're interested in this scooter, I'll put a link down below in the description. And if I have any discount coupon codes, I'll throw them in there to save you a little money. But hey, nonetheless, thanks a lot for riding with me today. So hey guys, happy trails. Peace.